Hey guys, welcome back to Elune. We got a quick video for you. Want to go over some of the things that Gamevil is going to be doing for us. Also wanted to give you an account update and let you know where I'm standing right before we hit this reset. And before I go any farther, I want to say that I appreciate all you guys who have been subbing to the account, and I want to let you know that my goal is still 250 subscribers before the beginning of September. So I can't do that without you. If you're watching this video and you have the opportunity, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell, and share this video with some of your friends. Help me continue to grow this account. Let's see just how far we can take this thing. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out also to K Gaming and Tectone. Those guys are on top of things. They're putting out content daily, or at least I know Tectone is putting out content daily, and K Gaming is giving us a lot of information because he's been at this for a while. So those two guys are great. Help them achieve their goals. I know Tectone is looking at 10,000 subscribers before too long, so definitely take a look at some of his videos and help him get his goals reached. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Some of the things that Gamevil is talking about is, number one, they're focused on customer satisfaction. They're focused on making sure that the player is enjoying the game. You know, you can go to the shop, and if you wanted to, you could purchase some of these items, but they have made it to where it's not necessary to purchase these items to play the game. They've just made it to where, yeah, if you wanted to, you could be a whale. You could go in here and you could purchase some things, but you don't have to. This game is very free-to-play friendly. So shout out to them for making such a great game and staying on top of taking care of the players. They are all about it. We're talking about 5 new stages for the boss battles. 5 stages being added to what we already have. So right now we have stage 10. We're talking about going all the way up to stage 15. And what that means for the community is that there is now going to be an even greater challenge there. So right now everybody could go through, if they wanted to and they focused on the right teams, everybody could go through and they could hit burning mode on every one of these bosses, and they could get the bosses taken care of, no problem. Once we get to stage 15 on that, I don't think that's going to be something that just everybody's going to be able to do. I think you're going to have to really focus your gear. I think you're going to have to build teams around each one of the bosses, and I think that that's going to be something that people challenge themselves with. So maybe you'll have somebody put their focus into the boss battles, and making videos over that, or kind of showing off like, hey, here's what I was capable of doing. It prolongs the game and makes the game last that much longer. There's not a game out there that you can just beat and stay interested in. Fortunately for us, Gamevil has created a game that they continue to grow and make that much more difficult, so that you're not just going to beat it and done. And that means a lot. That means a lot to the content creators, and it also means a lot to the community, that you can keep playing at it, that you can have goals and you can reach those goals even if it takes you a year. So that's a great thing that's going to be happening there. They have spoke about also removing the daily limit. So right now you can go in and you could hit Trent one time on burning mode, and that's your limit for the day. They've talked about removing that. I think they've kind of talked about, I don't know if it's like a for sure thing or not. If it is, or if it becomes a sure thing, then that's great. If not, then hey, everything that they've given us, that's really enough. Anything more is just a bonus on top of that. So so removing the daily limit, 5 new stages for the bosses, and then also if we go to adventure, now you can see that currently we have normal mode, and then you have hard mode. A lot of us have not even beat all the hard mode stages, not because we can't, just because we haven't put our time and our efforts into it. And maybe there's somebody who has completed all the hard mode stages. I don't know. But they're talking about making an extreme adventure mode. So adventure extreme. And that's going to be something that somebody can put their time and their efforts into, and maybe somebody will go through and clear out all of those stages. And it's going to be great for the community. Again, another challenge for the community, something else to keep people involved. So it's not just a game that you can play, beat, and then just move on from. This is going to be a game that's going to keep everybody intrigued. It's going to keep everybody entertained and keep everybody making progress and growing. So they're adding new Elunes all the time. Now they're adding new content on top of that. Guys, Gamevil is taking care of its players. So There's been talk of the world boss, which as it stands right now, we don't have. Well, let's see, go to challenges. Yeah, so the alliance battle, the world boss, all of these things are, you notice that they're locked here. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens whenever these things come available for the community to play. And world boss is something they're talking about, it being 3 teams of 5 for you as an individual who goes up against the world boss and that route. So I guess a lot of people were thinking that it would be more co-op friendly, and that's a slight disappointment, but at the same time, who knows? I don't know. I'm sure that developers have plenty of things in mind that are going to keep us happy. So I don't know a whole lot about how World Boss is going to come out. I just want to know that you need to come up with 3 teams of 5 that are going to be able to help you do some things there. So make sure you have at least 15 Elunes that are maxed out, at least level 60, and ready to go into some of these battles. So then there's the talk of unique stats. If you go into your Elunes, like let's say the only difference right now between my Reeve and your Reeve is the fact that mine is +3 and maybe yours is +5. All right, so that's the only thing unique to my Reeve and your Reeve. Everything else is the same. Everything's the same. The costume, everything. There's nothing different there. So what they want to do is make it to where everybody can have a unique character. You can basically create characters that you want that are different than everybody else's. And how they want to do that, or how they're talking of doing that, is by allowing you the opportunity to change your stats so that your stats are different than everybody else's. So let's say that I want my Reeve to be less of a tank and even more attack. So my thought would be that they would allow us to take our HP and move some points away from HP and move those points into attack so that you attack even harder. But obviously you're gonna take less hits. So there's gonna be some crazy builds whenever that happens. I'm sure there's gonna be some people that are gonna take maybe say Reeve, and they're just gonna put all their points into HP and just make her really tanky. Who knows? Who knows what everybody can do? I don't know. I'd have to sit down and think about what I'm going to do with all of my Elunes if they allow that to happen. But it's something that's going to make the game that much better, because now you can have something that's completely different than what everybody else has. So with those things being said, those are the biggest parts of what they're talking about in the updates right now. I'm sure there's a few more things here and there, but I just wanted to touch on the biggest ones that I thought that would affect the community. And now let me get into real quick just a breakdown of where my account's at. You just got through seeing the Elunes. This is everybody that I've got here. My Reeve's +3. She's the highest one that I've got on +3 right now. Baldur's +1. Barely even play with him. Right now I'm focusing on McCarthy. He's +1. And Alvita is +1. And then everybody else is pretty much just level 60, with the exception of my Reyna, who's +3. So that's where we're at on our Elunes. You can kind of see who I've got here. I'm not going to go over each one of their armor or anything like that. I also am currently in the air battle. I am currently master in air battle. So I was looking, and it's really, let's see, rank wise, right? Here's, go to rewards. It kind of breaks down. So you got champion, legend, grand, challenger, and master. I was going to try to push in the challenger, but it's kind of weird how it is right now. I guess you have to be number 11 through number 50 in order to be challenger. So it says 2,300 points, which I have over 2,300 points, but I guess that's more of rank in the community, or rank in the world where you're at. So anyhow, that's where we're at on that. We're currently on master. So if I look at the rewards on master, going to get 350 rubies here in the next how many hours? So 21 hours, and 24 minutes from now we'll get 350 rubies. So definitely worth pushing into some of those higher ranks if you're looking to get better rewards. And the Dimensional Rift, I should have pushed harder. I should have pushed harder. I should have actually worked on some of the armor and some of my builds a little bit with my team. I'm at 5.7%. I'm in the top 5.7%. So reward-wise, if we look there, between 5% and 10%, you get 125 rubies. If I had just pushed a little bit harder, then I would have got 150 rubies, which I know was only 25 rubies more, but it feels like a little bit more accomplishment when you're in the top 5%. So, with those things being said, guys, I think I'm going to be quiet for the rest of this video, and I'm going to let you guys watch some of the air battles. As always, guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate your like, subscribe, and sharing this channel and helping me grow. And eventually I got to get up there to 1,000 subs. So a good start is 250. If we can get there by September, that would be awesome. So here we go. Going to go into the air battle replays for you and let you check that out.
레디 액션! 스탑! 네, 갑니다. 수리가 필요한 건 누구야? 네, 갑니다. 스탑! 네, 갑니다. 수리가 필요한 건 누구야? 무슨 일이야? 레디 액션!